the hangout. Can I send them
Send them an invite.
a
Anyone you
link?
want to send. Anyone you want. I don't care if they're lovers or haters. I want them all here at
No,
Luke Dog. Hey, this is the no BS, no PG, no
yeah,
problem, baby. Because you know what? Fuck YouTube censorship. It ain't you if you ain't being you. Am I right?
you are right. Hey, so can you send me the link? Like on are you on Facebook?
I'm actually the one and only guy who proclaims no Facebook, no Twitter,
Okay,
just YouTube. Why not?
okay. Well,
Everyone
if you can
else.
send me the link in, yeah, if you can send me the link in the group chat box, I'll send it to him.
Let me see how what I gotta do right quick. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
we
I
do.
said, I don't know exactly how to do everything on here yet, but
Yeah, it's the symbol at the top where it says invite people. You click that, then you copy the link, and I think you can paste it in the group chat, and then just hit send or hit enter.
all right, hold on. So basically, what you're saying is I need to go to something or other, and that's what I'm looking for.
At the top of the page, Google page, when you see those symbols like the phone symbol, the settings, the adjust
Yeah.
bandwidth, there's a people symbol where it says invite people. You click on that.
Okay, let me see. Invite people. Boom, right here. Invite people.
Yeah.
What I type in now?
No, there should be the link should be displayed right
Okay, I see
there
what you're saying.
for you.
Yeah, copy
Yeah.
it.
Right. Yeah. Copy it and send it to me in the group chat. That way you can have three on your show now.
All right, I copied it. Now I got to figure out this chat thing. Where's the chat thing at?
Hit the blue symbol where it says group chat, like right here where I'm sending to you some right now. That's group chat.
Got it. Boom. Got it. Boom. All right, we're figuring stuff out now, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. Enter. That's what
There
I
you
just
go. There you
copied.
go. Thank you. All right.
Send
Thank you.
anyone there. I'm gonna grab my beer. Hey, you run the show. What's
Yep.
your name, by the way? What do I call you?
Oh, Malik.
Malik. Oh, Malik. Yeah, I sent you the invite. Now I remember. I talked to you a while back, didn't I?
Yeah. It went on Hangout. It was just on messaging.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna grab my beer, ladies and gentlemen. The TNA WWE show begins. Woo! I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, he's here.
Hello,
He's
what's up,
here,
man?
ladies and gentlemen. What up, brother?
Hey, Buckzview. This is Luke Dog here.
I'm Luke Duck. How you
Uh,
doing?
nice mullet you got going on there.
No, it's not a look. Look, I'm gonna prove it in a mullet.
Oh no, shit, dude, you're right. Yeah,
Ain't no mullet up in here.
damn, dude.
Yeah, it was hidden.
Yeah.
Got to keep it presentable for these YouTubians. You know how they like it, all professional. Fuck that though. This is Luke Dog, the no PG, no BS, no problem.
So what's up, man? What are we doing here? We discussing wrestling. We doing some wrestling podcast.
Wrestling talk,
Yeah.
baby.
And we're live too.
We're live.
Yeah, I got you. How many people are watching right now?
Shoot, we got no one yet. We just started.
High class, man. That's some high class YouTube right there. The upper echelon right there.
Brand new.
I ain't bagging on you though. I only got like 200 and so subs, so I ain't nothing, you know.
You're way up above Luke Dog, I tell you that. But you know what? Jesus only had 12. Boom. And one turned on him, and one turned on him.
That's true.
Oh yeah, Judas.
Yeah, Judas the Betrayer. So there you go. I feel good about 51. Plus, I do have, this is my second. See, what happened was I started one. They flagged me 2 times.
Yeah,
Put
that
me on
happens.
ban.
I cannot. So that's happened so many times. I make promotional Facebooks, try and get my name out there. All of them been flagged at least once. I've had like 4 so far.
You know what's awesome, though? I don't get paid, so they can't fire me. So I can do and say whatever I want. And I listen to Andre Corbio. Good friends with him. He's a little pissed at me right now because I kind of made some videos the other night because I saw He was liking and sharing from this wrestling Jesus. Everyone calls him Jesus. I think it's blasphemous, so I ain't gonna call him.
Yeah, I got you. Well, actually, the funny thing is, the ironic thing is it's really hard. It's really hard believing that he used to be a Christian, because to name himself the wrestling,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
quite bizarre.
Wrestling blasphemous biatch. That's what I call him, because you know what? You call yourself Jesus, and you've already blew it, my friend, because you didn't save us. So
But
That's true. Oh, Buck,
yeah, man, what's up?
you want you want to let him on? You want to let him in on
Oh
the
yeah, man, that totally slipped my mind. All
bring
right,
him in.
yeah, man. All right, Russ, let's get ready for a bombshell, man. Wrestling, and this ain't funny. This is 100% serious shit, but it's pretty fucking. It's quite bizarre, dude. So hear me out.
Say
Yes.
Wrestling Jesus is probably a pedophile. Now, those are some bold claims. Those are some really bold claims. I have proof. And I have backing, and I have a video up that demonstrates said proof. So, I mean, if you want
I want to watch that video. I'm already hearing what you're saying, and now I'm saying, go ahead, shout that video out live for the world.
to. All right. Hey, yeah. Hey, Malik, you want to play that?
Oh, we can play it on here right now?
Oh, yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Oh, this is
Yeah. Hold on.
sick. We're going professional now, baby. Don Tony, you ain't nutta.
Yeah.
How did you? Yeah, I honestly didn't even know we could. I just was thinking you would play it from your laptop, but all right, that works too. Holy fuck.
We can
Yeah.
go, yeah.
I hope it works. Yeah.
Yeah, it will. I'm sure it will. Probably will. I don't know.
Okay, so I gave it permission to start, and
Hold
welcome to
on.
your YouTube hangout. Let's see, guys. So, I mean, push the talk, click add video. Is this it?
Oh, hold on. Hold on. I gotta get the link. Yeah. Here we go.
Just copy it from my page. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what you want. Yeah, copy the URL.
Okay. Here we go. Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Whoa!
What?
Oh my gosh, you freak. Wait, he called him? Oh my gosh. Wow. sick fuck is the only thing I can think. My goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Buckzview. Go subscribe, like, share right motherfucking now. Hey, if you don't know, I got quite a few. As a matter of fact, this is why Undercore Bill's somewhat upset with me right now. Because he liked one of his recent videos, and I made about 3 videos in rebuttal.
You can hear me, right? Yeah.
I can hear you.
All right, sounds good. But
I think WJ's been a naughty.
oh yeah, Malik did have some interesting stuff to say. So about that he brought a totally new perspective on that. So, Malik, you want to tell him what you told me about the whole gay thing?
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm thinking. Here's the thing.
Think of this.
There was some heat between him and Dark Horse TV. Then got into an argument over him saying Dark Horse bashing Christians and gays, or and I guess got out of hand. And I'm thinking if WJ is gay, he should just go ahead and come out and say so, or if he wants to keep it a secret. But obviously it's not a secret now. If he wants to keep it a secret, just go find a man your own age or older. Don't be talking to 9-year-old, 10-year-old boys. That's bad. That's against the law.
That's bad.
And that's immoral. So, and I got a message from Bearstown. He said he heard rumors of WJ, being a pedophile. So I'm thinking information is leaked out already, because if his father, here's the thing, if his father got the messages and it was chatting, I'm pretty sure. See, here's what parents do when kids are being stalked by cyber pedophiles online. They get together and basically that boy's father probably has already contacted the proper authorities who deal with cyber stalkers and pedophiles online anyway. So I'm pretty sure WJ is already being investigated, and wherever he lives in his hometown, I'm pretty sure sooner or later the cops might come to his house. And
hold on, do you really think he's? I mean, is there something like some kind of warrant or lawsuit or something out on him, or what?
I don't know, man. That's all I got. I got those from my Facebook. The Facebook immediately blocked me. I looked into it. I listened to a few more videos of people that have feuded with him. I looked, tried getting some information. He mentioned that WJ mentioned that somebody had called him a pedophile in the past, and that a lot of people were making these claims. And this was after I got those messages, and I was like, they weren't just calling you, they were telling you, because you are, if these are accurate, and judging by supposed past conflicts he's had with people, they're probably accurate, because nobody's just gonna send somebody random messages to frame the guy. Nobody's I don't think that
I mean, Buck is right. Like I said, see, he's got the proof right there, and the father had the phone the whole time. So he basically, the guy basically set him up. He was talking to him, So like I said, the boy handed his father the phone at the first message. So the father called him possibly with his pants down. So I'm pretty sure
he had his number.
As I stated in the video, if anything comes out of this, I had nothing in it. I was just reporting on what I saw and what I got. I'm not trying to get proceedings going. I'm not trying to get anybody in any legal trouble. I'm just reporting.
Oh, I would if he was doing that shit. If he's really doing, saying shit like that to just one person so far, and he's got thousands and thousands of people he can talk to.
Right. Yeah. So he's probably been talking.
I mean, if somebody's a fan of Wrestling Jesus, especially if they're an impressionable little kid. Yes, my point, man.
You got a whole new Pat Patterson, Jay Briscoe syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Roddy Piper.
And you know what? That motherfucking Roddy Piper got threatened by WWE. I don't care what anyone says, because he came out with a whole nother 30-plus minute video or whatever talking about. They replayed the clip, and it was him babbling on for about 20-plus minutes about anyone who says that I would ever let someone do that to me. What do you mean you said that? You literally said the words, motherfucker. I listened, I heard, I watched, and I saw the pain in your eyes, brother. I did. Think about it. Roddy Piper, who we looked up to in WCW, going, all right, Hogan, you sellout, all that shit. Where he was just a guy. I mean, to me, I'll say it like this, because there's no PG, no BS here. he reminds me, his gift, he's supposed to be a Pentecostal preacher the way he talks. And I don't care what anyone says. Go listen to his interviews. He reminds me of Roddy Piper. Rowdy Piper. Parsley. You know Rod Parsley, and if you don't, that motherfucker is what Roddy Piper should have been. The motherfucker has passion and fire in his voice, does he not? I mean,
Yeah, he does, for certain.
And
Do you have a YouTube? You seem like
the thing is, Luca,
some interesting content. So I mean, I know you have a YouTube, but like, do you produce videos regularly? Is what I'm asking.
dude, I produce regularly, daily, sometimes 2-3 a day. Sometimes I'll wait 2-3 days and then do 1 or 2 here and there. However I feel like doing it, but mainly once TNA Impact Wrestling live on Destination America till September 23rd. I also got a little bit of Illuminati videos up in there too. You'll find more out about that.
I'll sub you.
Hey, I'm subbing to you. I already liked and shared your video. So,
Oh man, thanks. You know,
Yeah.
get the word out. Like, if not for me, then to expose him to his potential audience, because everybody who watches him know this.
dude, the last 3
I'm gonna like and share it.
videos, well, the last 3 videos that I made, like about 2 nights ago, maybe 3 nights ago, something like that. It's a part 1 and a part 2 of because he entitled the video TNA sucks, deal with it, right? Me being the voice of hashtag stand up along with Drew Galloway, Braveheart, we want to call him nowadays, even though he dies at the end of the movie. But you know what? So are the Christians. So the way I look at it, maybe there's a lot of revelation in that, guys. TNA, Impact Wrestling, hashtag stand up. This motherfucker, Jesus, wants to talk bullshit. Yeah, well, Wrestling Jesus, this is the no BS, no PG show. So talk your BS all you want, because you can't see me with your little peekaboo, boo, boo. What are you playing, peekaboo? That's the only credit I'm giving The Rock right there.
Here's the thing, guys. Yeah, I'm just saying that boy's father may seek legal action against WJ in
I
the
hope he
future,
does.
as it may come. It may come to light. So you know, so like I said, Buckzview, you showing that video, you know, that's the right thing to do, because who knows how many how many kids he's talked to online like that.
Who knows if right now
You ever notice? You ever notice WJ, whenever he has a problem with anybody, or if anybody makes a claim about him that he feels is untrue, he will immediately jump on them and attack them and make derogatory remarks about them. Warranted.
Not Luke Dog, though, because he knows.
This video has been up 4 days. It's been shared by a number of people that are fairly decent names in the YWC, and I haven't heard anything. I immediately thought, okay, if this is right, if this is true, if this is golden, then he'll say something immediately denying the claims, and he'll clear it up. Because if I said that about you, if I made unwarranted claims, wouldn't you immediately say, hey, no, motherfucker, you're wrong. You don't say shit like that unless you've got some real good-ass proof.
Here's the thing.
I think everybody would.
Yes, if he has seen the video yet, that's the thing.
That's
but
true.
I'm going to make damn sure he sees the video, because now that you said that, I'm going to share it with that motherfucker so he has to see it, and he'll block me like Don Tony blocked me, that little douchebag faggot. Huh? Don Tony? Yeah, Don Tony, I listen to your shit all the time, but not all the time, because you remind me of that.
What's his? Yeah. I thought you were talking about the Mike Tenay. I get those. I was thinking Mike Tenay. Like, what the?
Mike Tenay.
I was like, what?
Hey, I love the Professor Mike Tenay.
Yeah.
That motherfucker taught me the luchadors' names of shit. All right, he did. He did in WCW. Did he not? I mean, he would have to come out only for the luchador matches, because Tony Schiavone and Bobby the Brain had no idea how to juice your Thunder Liger with a hurricanrana and a flip scallywag onto the rope with a half corkscrew.
Every move was a variation of a hurricanrana to them.
It was. Some sort of hurricanrana, it looked like. No, that was a corkscrew.
Some sort of hurricanrana over there. You know, they were selling tacos outside, man.
Tony just gave up. Tony would just go, wow, what a maneuver, you know? I don't know what maneuver, but wow, what a maneuver.
It's a. You want to know what it is? It's a whole lot of something. It is.
Hey, I'll tell you this, though, and you guys, maybe you remember this, but Tony Schiavone made me believe. That's what announcers don't have today. Remember when
Oh, hell
Hogan
yeah,
turned? Remember when
Yeah.
Hogan turned and he said, "This is Tony Schiavone, this is Bobby the Brain Heenan.
And Hulk
Hulk
Hogan.
Hogan, you could go to hell. Go straight to hell."
But whose side is he on? Bobby Heenan. Classic line. I swear, there should be an asterisk. Bobby Heenan. Whose side is he on Wikipedia?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Negative. That's like the. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry when you have to say, but that's like the only negative call he's made his whole career. Like watching that back just makes me go, "What? No." Malik, what do you got to say?
Oh no, you go. No, I was just saying. Yeah, Tony Schiavone, Mike Tenay, David Crockett, Bobby Heenan, and Gorilla Monsoon, all the best announcers. Monsoon and Bobby Heenan made magic. I mean, the way they just bounce off each other. Yeah.
Yes.
Jerry Lawler and JR. I think Jerry could be a very good straight-laced commentator if he gave a fuck. You saw him in the Attitude Era. He was more of a heelish, more of a corny, more of a joke teller, and now he's trying to be straight-laced. But it seems like he doesn't give a fuck. I think he could be a great announcer if he simply gave a fuck, as demonstrated back in the Attitude Era.
It's like this. He probably doesn't give a fuck because he's probably tired of the bullshit
I feel like he's
producing.
a paycheck, quite honestly. When you
I mean, yeah, he's there making money, but he's probably tired. He's probably tired of the crap that they're doing. You know what I mean? That's why they took him off Raw. He's probably tired of calling the bullshit that WWE produces every week, Raw and SmackDown. He's probably tired of SmackDown now, but that's where he is. He's on SmackDown with Booker T. And I hate Booker T. Booker T is just terrible.
Yeah, he's the new guy.
As well as JBL,
Byron Saxton, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's a future Hall of Famer. I really know. He's dreadful.
I need another beer. Are you guys, you know what? I'm glad you guys are on the show. You two, I'll tell you this, you sound like motherfucking announcers. I don't know if anyone's ever told you that, but I can listen to you two over the two WWE lame asses that I don't watch anyway, but I won't watch because
they're so dreadful.
I mean, it's just god awful. I have tried to tune in.
One that just literally made me turn the TV off whenever Jerry Lawler, I believe it was Jerry Lawler, or Michael Cole would say how great Rey Mysterio was towards the end of his WWE run, doing maneuvers that nobody else could do when he was teaming with Sin Cara. Sin Cara, an amazing high flyer, main eventer of Botchamania, but an amazing high flyer nonetheless.
Mm-hmm. And he had that trampoline.
And Rey Mysterio, and the trampoline.
Remember when that got exposed?
I don't even know if they were trying to hide that.
Didn't look like
it. You can jump 15 feet. Well, no, I don't know how far the ring is. But
before I saw the trampoline, I really thought he was doing that. I thought, holy shit, who is this motherfucker?
Yeah, no, same here, but I wasn't really paying attention because I was more turned off to the product at that point. But
I've been turned off since WrestleMania 18 when 70,000 fans chanted bullshit to Rock beating Hogan. And hey, you may love The Rock, but hey.
Wasn't that a great match, though? I mean,
it was a great match. It was a great match. The great match for me, though, was in the storytelling between JR, and here's the only credit I'm giving him, because Jerry Lawler kept defending Hogan. Do you remember? He kept saying things like, The Rock contributed to this event here. He goes, I'm not talking about this event, WrestleMania 18. I'm talking about WrestleMania in general. I'm like, give it up for Jerry the King Lawler.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bingo. Yeah, of course, yeah.
I love it. He's an old school guy. He's from Memphis, Tennessee. He had a 14-year-old girlfriend. Oh, did I just say that? Yes, he did, JR.
But, am I the only one who really wanted to see Jim Cornette and fucking JR as an announce team? That would be magic. Like, I think they did it a few times in WWF, but Vince said they were too Southern, which doesn't make sense to, trying to appeal to a worldwide audience.
No.
I'll be honest, if Jim Cornette could do what he does in his You Shoot videos for an announcer, then that shit would be gold. But guess what? Here's what I honestly believe, and you guys can go ahead and look and analyze, but do you remember WCW versus WWF, the Attitude Era versus WCW, all that shit? And then all of a sudden, corporate suits and ties tried to buy WCW, but they wanted nothing to do with wrestling. They wanted to buy the company itself. Or actually, I'm talking the TV station, Turner Broadcast Network. AOL bought it out, right? So they go ahead.
AOL Time Warner.
Yeah, and they say we don't want nothing to do with that. They're the suits and ties. But guess who runs WWE? They say it all the time. The motherfucking suits and ties, from soap operas to probably Oprah Winfrey to probably Judge Judy to who the fuck knows where they're coming from now. And they're going to say, well, on this show I did years ago, you know, it was an exciting thing. Yeah, but that had to do with Judge Judy. That had to do with fucking soap opera. You know, they had to do with a whole different spectrum than professional wrestling. You see what I'm saying? So here's the fucked up thing. Everyone's like, WWE sucks, which it does, and it has. But you can't blame Vince McMahon because, in my opinion, I don't think he runs anything anymore. I think he gave it to them for money of some sort because he had to because, and here comes the deep part, this is where we go to a whole new spectrum, the Illuminati. Boom. I just opened it up. You guys take it away.
I mean, that's some interesting speculation, and that's a possibility. I suppose, but I'm not in the business. But Malik, do you know anything on this theory? Do you have any business dealings between Vince McMahon and a shady character back in around the 2001 area or something like that? What do you think?
What I think is basically Vince McMahon is still alive, and as long as he's alive, he will still have the final say in the creative process. Oh, here's something else I need to tell you guys. A top WWE executive of creative was fired by WWE a long time. She was part of the Stephanie McMahon.
I was going to actually report on that.
Yeah, Lisa Lee Fox. She was part of the Stephanie. Yeah, she was part of the Stephanie McMahon regime for a long time, since '95, and they fired her. Well, it's kind of ironic.
The death of wrestling. What if Shane?
It's kind of ironic that.
I'm sorry. What?
No, I'm saying it's kind of ironic that they fired her, basically when they have the final say over everything. Because look, she oversaw content, WWE programming across the board, and head of creative. Okay, if she oversaw all that, and she probably knows deep down what a shitty product they've been putting out, why was she fired? Because of course she's a scapegoat. Because Vince okayed the final stuff, as well as Triple H and Stephanie. Those are the ones that need to be removed. The whole damn McMahon family need to be.
Triple H might have some good ideas going. Vince might.
I don't think so.
Add, but shouldn't have final say by any means. Stephanie should get the fuck out. She is the pussification of wrestling, and maybe get a Jim Cornette. Maybe get a what's the dude's name? The beard dude, Zeb Coulter, but I know he goes by something else. Fuck. What's his
Dutch Mantel.
Dutch Mantel.
Dutch Mantel. Yeah, he's from old school. No, the regime. I would like to see the announce team. I like to see, and the creative team, Jim Cornette and Paul Heyman.
That thing is, they're all getting old. You know, they're all dying off. Dusty Rhodes just died. You know, they're all dying off, and it sucks. You know, because those guys.
I got a question real quick on the guys. I just want to ask a question right quick. You guys watched it, I'm sure. I didn't. Sting, he was at WrestleMania, and I heard Jim Cornette say that, or Sting say that if he has his way, Jim Cornette's gonna do his freaking match in WWE on the announce set. Did that happen?
That did not happen.
That's bullshit. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Nope, I'm pissed. I need a beer.
Well, the thing is, as far as Sting had a match, and Sting should have won the match instead of getting buried like he did.
I don't know if it was buried. It was. I wouldn't say it was buried, but it certainly it relegated his. It devalued his character, his presence, and his prestige quite a bit. Buried, I don't quite think is the right term, but it certainly devalued him as a character and devalued his presence, and it devalued what he could do for the product. Now, if you put him over Triple H, that would only enhance his character, and that would only enhance the mystique, and maybe do it in kind of a, not an Undertaker way, but in kind of a mysterious type way where, I'm not a professional booker, but you get my point. Just do it in a way where it would still
I get your point.
Yeah, mystique, and still keep the aura. But don't have him.
No, the thing is, but the thing is, when I say devalue it's not devalued him. That man is a 30-year icon. Sting is an icon. He deserved to win the match. He's basically just as big an icon as Hogan.
Yes.
More so, and more so than The Rock. He should have won that match. And when I say he lost to Triple H, see, that was Vince's way of burying the last remnants of WCW.
Boom,
That's
boom,
that's all
boom,
that bullshit
boom. You
was.
just hit the nail on the head right there.
When they made
Sting
it
should
about
have won
the,
that match hands down. Period. That's how I feel.
He should have won the match. He should have won the fucking match. He should have stayed in TNA as far as I'm concerned now. Fuck.
when they made it about WWE or WWF or whatever the fuck they were trying to go for, WWF versus WCW, one that was nonsensical and didn't make any sense because that's just something they randomly brought up. They have they done that in the past 10 years where there was a storyline besides the invasion, and besides
Memphis, Tennessee, I'll be honest with you, I watched it on YouTube. It turns out this is an old storyline that I didn't even know about, guys, because Memphis, Tennessee with Jerry the King Lawler, if you look it up in the 75, 80s, maybe the 80s, I'm guessing, they had this whole invasion thing with another, and also a lot of people forget WWF at one point, and here's the weird thing, WWF maybe it was, they bought, or not bought, they were on TBS WCW for like a little limited amount of time.
Like a week or so, right? Maybe.
It was literally a very small time, but they had Hogan there and everything, and they said it didn't work out or whatever, and they went back to their own.
Because they were appealing to a different crowd, and they weren't getting the ratings, and they weren't getting the pop.
Right. It didn't work with their.
You know, and now it is because the generation was different. The generational upbringing in terms of wrestling, and I guess everything, but wrestling as well is completely different. They weren't conditioned to the WWE or WWF at the time.
Because it goes all the way back.
Of doing it, of the corny promos and the long interviews and the rapid fire. They were more conditioned to 70s, 80s wrestling, long feuds, good heel turns, good. Almost always great booking.
Well, here's what most people don't ever think. Back then, their mentality was people were so focused on trying to make it look real. It's real, damn it. That was their whole thing. So they would, like, you go listen to, hey, I don't know if you ever listened to Ole Anderson's shoot interviews. Go listen to Ole Anderson. I've heard of him through the Horsemen, but when I listen to the old man talk, I'll give you one example if you haven't heard him, because the motherfucker literally said how you and your partner are going to lose to this new up-and-coming tag team that just started. And he goes, well, why the fuck would we do that? We're tag champs. They're nobodies. And he goes, because no one would expect it. And he goes, well, if we're going by that principle and theory, then I'll go up there, I'll take a shit in the middle of the ring because no one will expect it coming. You know? And that's how they thought back then, you know?
I mean, I think that the ideals. Listen, how I thought of this, I had this idea. I rarely go into deep thinking about wrestling, but a few nights ago was one of them nights. So I thought, if I was a wrestler, if I had anything to do with the wrestling business, I would study nonstop the tapes, and I would of old wrestling and watch. And watch and learn, and I know that sounds cliche as fuck, but I'm getting to a point. And watch and learn how they did things, because you got to think, every guy that succeeded because they wanted it, and the guys that succeeded are the innovators and originators. And those guys are not unintelligent guys, because you have to be smart to make it in a business like that. So to make it look real, in my mind, is the last, and this was created is a taboo in today's wrestling, because you go watch a guy execute a tornado DDT, and I know that's back in Mexico, back in the mid 70s, I think that's when the move actually originated. They would basically punch the guy over to get him on the mat and be on the guy and to get him to the DDT. They wouldn't just jump up and hit a DDT, because if you tried doing that in real life, you could easily block it. They focused on realism, and they focused on originating maneuvers and making them look real as they originated them and protecting them. See my point? And I think that's what needs to come back, and I think that would make the next big wrestler, is a sense of realism. Kind of like Yeah, it's real.
Who would be that next wrestler that we could do that with? That's the question we should go to in every company, because what you just said is exactly right, that realism. And I'll tell you the truth. I already got an answer for TNA, baby. Bobby Lashley, MMA. Boom. Come on.
Yeah,
Hell
that,
yeah.
I could certainly see that. I could have seen Kurt Angle was probably the last guy that could have really, really saved professional wrestling. Him and Chris Benoit. And
Yes.
maybe
Yes.
yes.
Chris Benoit. And yeah, we will say it here.
But I mean, yeah, I think those two were the last two guys who really were dedicated to making the maneuvers look real and making the matches make sense. And I think those are the last guys that are semi-modern. Granted, it's a whole different. Sadly, it's a whole different era. That was a really good era of professional wrestling.
Hell
The
yeah.
SmackDown 01 to 07, 06-ish, somewhere around there.
Perfect.
Yeah, that was a really good era of wrestling.
Perfect.
And because it had. I'm sorry, there's a new guy here. I want to hear what he has to say, but.
Hello, new guy.
Hello, new guy.
Well, I see you there, man. We can see you. We can see you.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Give us your thoughts.
Wrestling. Shoot.
TNA, WE, what do you want?
We can't hear you, guy.
I mean, we can see you. We can definitely see you.
We
I'm not
can
sure.
certainly see you, but.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure you're trying to talk. Hey, but Bucks, on the point you were making, yeah, you're right. See, I was born in 1971.
All right, I'm listening.
I was born in 1971. I grew up on that era, on the Four Horsemen, Ole Anderson, the Rockaway Express, the best era of wrestling. And look at this. Ole Anderson actually wrote a book. I was trying to buy it, but it's like over $100 on Amazon. But in that book, he basically preaches the God's honest truth about Vince McMahon and his whole way of doing business and what he's done to get to where he is now. That man has stepped on people.
I'm so
has gotten
sorry.
away with murder. And has gotten away with murder.
He has.
Literally. See, Ole Anderson.
I think Vince.
Ole Anderson detests Vince McMahon, and
Yes,
rightfully
he
so.
does. He does. And I'm glad he does, because I do too. We agree.
I think Vince McMahon. I honestly do think this. I think that he is partially has something that is defective in his mind. I was going to say he's partially mentally retarded, but that's probably not. I honestly think that because if you listen to some of the lesser known reports, like JR was saying, he didn't know that Asian women were attractive to some people. I'm like,
What?
what exactly? How do you
not know they're the hottest?
All right.
Oh yeah. It's like this.
All right, that's fine.
Look at Gail Kim.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that's fine. All right. All right.
But like look at Gail Kim. Gail Kim is very hot.
Yeah, no, that's who reported it, and then JR commented and said, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I saw that. Yeah, because she called Vince a sexist and that kind of thing. So Vince's some wrestlers are smart enough to see Vince and his company for what they really are. Others are just blinded by the fame and the money. Of course, look at his son-in-law. His son-in-law married into that damn family. He's basically the sole heir to the throne. And Shane McMahon left. And I've heard Shane McMahon left because of the sister. So see, that's the only man that's been driven away from that company. He's doing his own thing in China. He's running the cable company in China, which I'm glad for him. That's good because he obviously he didn't like what the direction WWE was going. So
maybe he'll come back with some
bounced.
Maybe he'll come back with some business sense, and he wasn't around for the pussification of wrestling really much. So maybe he'll come back with some business sense and a clear mind and actually gain some power in there. I doubt it. This is complete speculation, but it could happen. Maybe.
Yeah, I know. Cause look at this. If you saw Vince on the WWE Network podcast, he said Shane's a happy camper where he is. So Shane wants nothing to do with the company.
That's pretty negative, though. I feel like Shane could have. I mean, I don't really know much about him, but I just feel like I just got that vibe from him that he knows what he's doing and that he could run the company well.
I'll tell you where they belong, though, guys. If you think about it.
When Vince said he was.
I'm listening. What?
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to say that their opportunity for that was the night that motherfucker walked into WCW and said, I am the owner of WCW. And that's when me and my friend, who were pissed at the point, said, all right, we still have a chance. And guess what?
That's exactly what was supposed to happen. Question:
We left, and we left. You know why we left? Because we were pissed. Because it was over. Because he ruined it. He blew it. He could have kept us too if he wanted to, but he didn't.
That's what was supposed to happen, but they couldn't. They couldn't get the ink to the paper, and they couldn't negotiate well, and they couldn't get.
Do you remember the Invasion pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Who won? Every WWF guy. Chronic versus Undertaker and Kane. Undertaker and Kane beat Chronic. And then it was DDP versus Undertaker, I think. And Undertaker beat DDP. And every single motherfucking match from Scott Hall to Stone Cold to Hogan to Rock. Fuck you, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Yeah, I say W's #1. Right there. Hey, we can hear you now.
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yeah, we can
Sound
hear you now, yeah.
helium in your voice.
Yeah, this is my first time being on this hangout, so apologies.
Mine too. And this is my hangout.
Yeah. So,
no,
if you don't know who I am, Luke Dog, my name is iCams123.
You're the guy! Oh my god, I know this guy. This guy is the smartest motherfucker. Hey, brother, God bless you, man. Hey, no, listen, this guy is brilliant. Listen to some of his words. Go ahead, say your name again. Talk.
iCams123. And Luke Dog, let me just say thank you for getting me on this. I'm very, very excited to be here, as I am very nervous because you can hear it in my voice. So
you're fine. You're fine.
It's chill, man.
Yeah, I'm getting used to this. So yeah.
Welcome, iCams. I'm glad to hear you say your name because, hey, spell your name once because what is it? IKKAALA. I can't even spell it.
Well, iCams1 is actually my graffiti tag, my graffiti street tag. So I've been using it. It's just like my other name, like Cameron, which is my real name. So yeah, iCams1 it's just one of those names that it's closest to my identity, if you know what I mean. So I thought I should integrate it into my graffiti art and all that sort of stuff. So yeah.
Do you have anything to say on the wrestling business? Are you a fan of the wrestling business, or do you have any critique of it? He is.
Let him talk. Let him talk. Yeah.
I know nothing about this guy, so anything that he has to say is new to me.
Well, wrestling wise, just recently, about 2 weeks ago, TNA Main Event, which is a pay-per-view channel in Australia, cancelled its agreement with TNA Wrestling, so I can no longer watch TNA Wrestling on pay-per-view.
You can watch it online, pay-per-view direct, beastfeeds.com. You can stream it.
Yeah.
Not be the most cool thing to do, but it's there.
The streams that I go to watch wrestling, like free episodes of wrestling, is watchwrestling.mu or watchwrestling.ch. That's the only platform that I get to watch these wrestling shows online now, and it's not just limited to TNL or WWE. They also got like stuff from the WWE network, bit of UFC.
No, man. They have that same stuff too. What's the name of it? I'll look it up right now, or you can type it in the chat or something if it's what's the name of it?
The website that is Watch Wrestling, which is one word, .ch. So yeah, that's the best free.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Hey, can you type it in the group chat box? You said watchwrestling.
Watchwrestling.ch. Yeah, I've been on this website before. It's pretty decent. Yeah.
This is Aussie then.
You say it's called watchwrestling.ch.
Yeah.
So you said .ch.
Yep.
And a buck. What was the name of the stream site that you mentioned?
Beast, BEAST feeds FEEDS. .com, and that's the easiest, that's the most accessible. Pay-per-view direct, ppvdirect.net is another one, but it's a little bit more. It's a little bit harder to get into, but it's possible, and it's better than Beast Feeds, but you actually have to try and talk to the owner to get in. So.
Okay.
Yeah, just do Beast Feeds. It's the basically the same thing as those guys.
You said Beads Feeds.
I'll message you.
Yeah, that's what I typed your message already saying send a link for that site.
There. All right, so
beastfeeds.com. Okay, I got it. Okay, guys. No, the point I wanted to add to was we already covered when Shane left Vince. Okay, like I said, Vince. I made a video on this too earlier today. I think I uploaded it yet, but if not, anyway. If Vince and Triple H are going to fire Lisa Lee Fox, why? The thing is, you guys okayed or are okaying all the storylines, all the creative content that people basically hate, and you know it sucks. But you're firing, yeah, okay. But you're firing her. You're firing her as a scapegoat. It's basically your fault. It's Triple H's fault, and it's Stephanie's fault. And she was part of Stephanie McMahon's regime. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is the whole problem. You're firing people because you think that you're thinking they're not doing their job, but it's you who's not doing their job. But you're the king and queens of the company, so that's perks of your job. You can fire who you think's not doing, an executive type vice president.
Here's the problem. You just brought something up that I wanted to say. King of Kings. That alone made me quit, and I'll be honest with you, I was already quitted with him, but I still tune in here and there. But I hear this motherfucker wants to call himself the King of Kings.
Yeah,
let me bring that up real quick, because how come we can always talk about how TNA sucks, Don Tony and OTRS Central bullshit, swag daddy. Well, here at Luke Dogs No BS, no PG channel, let's talk about you guys. You want to support?
Let's talk about real wrestling.
Yes, let's talk about real professional wrestling. You know what? Someone had the audacity to tell me.
The sports entertainment stuff, because they're in their own universe, right? So
yeah, the so-called WWE universe, which to me is
so much criticism. We've been hammered with so much criticism that we have to take a stand. I mean, wrestling is really at a stale point right now, where there's just two divisions. There's a sports entertainment, and there's the wrestling section. Now, what is the real sport that has been around for 1,000 years or so, going back to the old gladiators period?
Yes,
that's where TNA delivers that. Sports entertainment.
Bingo.
All mainstream stuff. They're in their own world. Trust me.
Here's my take on this. There's a big. Here's the difference. I'm so sorry. I want to hear what you have to say. But here is the difference between sports entertainment and professional wrestling. The people that watch sports entertainment and put sports entertainment over TNA, over Ring of Honor, over fucking wrestling companies like that, they are part of the WWE universe. We who watch and enjoy and want WWE to be actual wrestling are wrestling fans.
Professional.
As CM Punk said, stop saying the WWE universe. We're not a universe. We're wrestling fans.
He's right.
Bingo.
Hey.
But that's right. That's bingo. But see, Vince McMahon in his rich, warped mind calls his so-called universe. There's only one universe, God's universe.
Yes.
I'm not a part of the WWE universe. I'm a wrestling fan. I was born a wrestling fan. I'm a die wrestling fan. I like wrestling. I don't like watching a circus, and that's what WWE is a damn circus. You got a guy in Cena with all the colored shirts and the hats and the wristbands, look like a Saturday morning bad cartoon character rendition of I guess I would say Bill Bailey or something,
that Stone Cold was a step forward and John Cena was 2 steps back. I'm not even joking. That's how I see it.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Stone Cold was a step forward.
You look at the direction they were going in with Mick Foley, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker. What were they? They were badasses who didn't give no fucks, who were going to chew each other's asses out and do some really good smack talking. But at the end of the day, they were still in great feuds. And then you look when Cena came along and Kurt Angle left. and Batista, well, you know, he was pretty good, but you know, he did his own deal. And you look at when all that shit happened.
Yeah, actually, John Cena.
Like they came out of this boom period, which they did, you know, of great professional wrestling and steps forward in terms of how to present professional wrestling. And then they went, fuck it, nope, I don't feel safe here, even though they just experienced the biggest boom period of their fucking whole company. Oh, Cena's the man. All right, let's get the Funkasaurus, let's get the Funkadactyls, fucking Fuckadactyls, but you know that shit. So that's
and Total Divas.
ICAMs.
It's just
son.
the
He's
way.
burning with it.
It's
Go
just
ahead.
the way the global corporation just exhibits their characters as if we're a bunch of mindless sheep, which
Boom.
they see us as. Otherwise, they wouldn't be spitting such promos like that in characters into their programming. Now, why do they criticize companies like TNA for having similar characters, but they're on an intellectual level? I mean, they have a stable called the Menagerie, right?
Yeah.
The way creative treats the Menagerie is they don't overdo it. You know what I mean? Whereas a group like those two wannabe matadors, not J&J. They sort of really put it out there. You know what is WWE really meant for? Is it really meant for kids? Is it really meant for adults? I mean, what sort of demographic are they going to? TNA's trying to get the demographic that WWE has shunned them. And
yes.
And if young kids want to join, if young kids want to be along for the ride, then so be it. They're welcome. The doors are always welcome. Creative can find up new ways. You know?
Hey, in WCW, they did it the way they wanted, and guess who came along? The young kids. So did the Attitude Era.
You ever see that footage of that kid flipping off the camera when it was zooming in on the crowd during the Attitude Era? That's what I compare it to. What you just said, that's that. They don't give a fuck, you know.
They don't give a fuck about us.
And the thing is, here's the thing. I wouldn't call Cena 2 steps back. I would call Cena 10 miles back.
Yes.
That's what I call that.
Yeah.
Yes, it is awesome.
And the thing is, WCW/NWA basically, wrestling wise, was basically just awesome. Sting was awesome. Goldberg was awesome.
Yes.
And the thing is, why Vince went to the so-called PG thing to try to appeal to kids. All that's done is, I think half the kids are bored now. I think the kids are tired
now because they're watching Family Guy, and Family Guy is more on PG than fucking WE.
Now, Family Guy and PG. Family Guy is actually kind of raw. I look at Family Guy.
Family Guy super raw. They just had Quagmire's Super 1000 Sex Convent, and guess what? It was with a fish. Because we're going into the bestiality mode of the motherfucking Illuminati. Hey. Yeah. I don't want to get into that one.
I would like to get your opinion. I would like to get the average wrestling fan's opinion on this, as I am a part of. But again, when we all don't have a clue, you give. So, what do you think of the whole? And this is outside of wrestling, but I would like to get your opinion because this is not something that's been talked about much in the IWC, but it's a point of interest. My own personal point of interest. What do you think of the whole gay marriage being legalized deal? It's
I
a
got
point
a video on it
because I have quite a few people who are pro it, but I would also like your opinion. I myself am indifferent. I'm not supportive of it. I'm not against it. I don't give a fuck. What do you think? What do y'all think?
I have a video about it, and all I did was tell you the book of the Revelation of the books of the Bible are being fulfilled. The cup of abomination is filling, and it's going to get poured on the wicked, which means I need to get saved. But before I do, I'm going to drink another beer. You go now. Ooh, yeah.
Macho Man.
What's up? Oh, yeah. Okay. What do you think about that, Cams?
Yeah, the gay marriage proposal. Well, since I'm from down under, I don't really have much input to say on that one. So.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
It's an abomination of desolation. That's what it is. Yeah, I agree with Luke Dog on that one. So.
Wasn't it back in the? When did America? I thought the vocal point of America for many, many, many years, was always thought to be, and honestly always was, a hardworking Christian man.
Used to be.
Am I wrong about that?
I can bring. Hey, I'm glad you brought
How
that
when did
point
that
up.
change? Please, somebody tell me when that changed, because
I got it.
I
I got it already.
I look back at the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Well, 40s, 50s mostly, and I don't really see any of the major changes that you see here that are exhibited in our modern characteristics of modern people.
I
So
got
you
the
see,
answer.
what do you think, man? Shoot.
Wait, are you going for me or him?
Yeah,
Because I
no.
don't-
You seem to have a point.
Hey, all I thought of as soon as you said that was Perry Stone, a preacher I heard years ago. I don't know if you ever heard of Perry Stone, but this guy, he actually spoke about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and the genealogy and the lineage. And I'll check it out. Stay with me. It ain't even hard to follow because Abraham was of the spiritual. Abraham to Isaac, he became of the spiritual, but into the fleshly realm. And Jacob, whose name meant deceiver, was of the world. We are in the Jacob era. We are in the deceiver era. We are in the era where the spiritual realm is being darkened down in our mind because we don't. Well, I'm going to answer that because we don't pray, we don't read our Bible, we don't fast, we don't think it's right to do good anymore because we love the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. Boom. That's my answer.
Anybody got anything to add? And you know what? Really quick, does anybody have any social topics they want to touch upon? Anything?
Now, I want to stay on this one real quick. We'll go to another one, but I like this topic right here. I know my homeboy's got an answer right here. Give me your answer, brother.
Now, going back to the gay topic, and the one that Malik is just saying right now, the social topic that is, you know how earlier or late last year we had the ice bucket challenge?
Yeah.
Now,
yes,
we're starting to see the trend where they filter their avatars with the rainbow.
Boom.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's pretty. I don't.
But he's gonna
I
go
don't
deep.
get it, man. Like I look at it as being. Listen, I look at it. I look at that whole aspect of what's going on, and I say that's another law that just passed. Why is this such a monumental, huge, momentous, big deal? What's so big about it, man? They passed gay marriage. Why is this a rejoice for for seemingly everybody?
Can I point one thing out real quick? Am I the only one who noticed all year long how Darren Young, baseball player,
I'll be right back. 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Baseball player, basketball player, professional wrestler, all 2013 in every big professional sport, Malik. You're next. Every sport, someone came out gay before the gay marriage passed. Why was that? To get the people to go?
And also, it's actually a Malik. I like to be called. But anyway, yeah, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Apologies, Malik.
Yeah, no problem. No.
I read it. I read it as Malik. Malik.
I'm a Cowboys fan. Yeah. Okay, I got it, yes, but yeah. Anyway, no problem, bro. No, yeah, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. We had a player for a while who came out as gay. He was in the preseason, and they cut him. I haven't heard much about him. But as far as like all the gays, no. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Whoa, that threw me off. When you like,
I
played on the Dallas Cowboys. I'm like, who am I talking to?
No, I never played. I wish. No, but saying I'm a diehard. I grew up a Dallas Cowboys fan, and we had a player. I forget his name, but we had a player who came out as gay. He was open gay. Yeah, he was with another team, and he came to us, and then we cut him. But yeah, I've been keeping up with all the athletes who've been coming out gay, and you know, even actress Ellen Page, who you might know of, who's done a lot of movies. She came out as lesbian, and I thought she was hot. I'm like, damn, she's a lesbian. Damn.
I remember that.
Anyone know who Shane Dawson is? He's a big YouTuber.
No, I don't know. I don't know Shane Dawson.
I don't know Shane.
Okay, yeah, he came out as being a bisexual like a week ago. The Smarkbusters made something about it. I thought it was really hilarious. That's all I was saying.
He's a week too late. He blew it. He should have jumped in the bandwagon a year before because that's when they all did it. But you know what? I'll never jump in that bandwagon. You know why?
Because it's not you and you're a truthful, moral person?
Well, no. Does anyone here know what the definition? You go Google it right now if you don't know, and I'll tell you what it is. I know what it means, what the word abomination means. And here's the thing. I read the Bible, and the Bible says it's the holy word of God, correct? So if it's the holy word of God, then God himself said abomination are these people, and that means something that shouldn't exist. So you go Google it if you don't believe me. Hey, you don't got to believe me.
Yeah,
It also says in
I believe
Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Therefore, go look that up now so you have the knowledge. Boom.
Is WJ a troll? I've seen a lot of accusations lately that he is just a pure troll and is only doing this to troll. But he comes across as being, as that is his actual opinion, not fabricated to gain any type of reaction besides a valid one, not necessarily dismay or not necessarily anything negative. Is he just a really good troll then? Or is he, anybody got any comments? Because I've looked into that.
I got a comment on that. I'll tell you what WJ is. He's exactly what I just said a minute ago. He's an abomination, something that shouldn't exist. Boom!
Yeah, and the thing
Robbie,
is,
you know.
here's the thing. Weeks ago, Dark Horse had a hangout making peace in the YWC. He had
I was
WC.
there. I tried to
Yeah.
get on there. I couldn't
Yeah.
get on. But
Same here, man. Same. I think everybody and their brother was standard to get on that shit.
Yeah, I got on. I think I got on near the end. So I met WJ. He seemed nice, but that
Wait
was
a
before,
minute.
like I said, I met Buckzviewent, and
WJ was on there?
yeah, it was WJ. It was WJ.
That's why they wouldn't let me on, because they know I'll destroy him live on air. And you know what? That coward is... Go ahead. I already sent something out. Invite him right now. Invite that motherfucker right now. I'll tell him straight to his motherfucking face.
He's probably not online, but I can.
He ain't online because he's running like a
Right.
coward.
Do you have him? Do you have him in your Hangouts, or do you have him on Skype or something? Because I would like to. I have a few words for him. I would like to hear what he has to say to me about
Dude.
my accusations, and I would like to him to.
You know what?
Do you have any association?
He's a coward.
Yeah, I don't think he's online. I mean, I could look for him, but he probably wouldn't answer. He's probably asleep. The thing is, Bucks, when your video gets out and gets really good, it gets really good attention, and it's going to get a lot of attention.
It's been
I'm pretty sure
shared.
WJ's
Getting a shit ton of attention.
But
It
the thing
deserves
is,
to. I'm not saying that to be braggadocious. I'm not saying that because when I say
it's not that. I'm saying
yeah, I got you.
I'm pretty sure WJ is going to come after you, probably in a video or something like that. Then if you want,
he has to say.
I hope he does, so that we can rebuttal him.
Yeah.
Let's rebuttal them.
Yeah, no. But the thing is,
I dare him.
if we can get him on,
I dare him to say something about me. He has no guts, and he won't because he's a coward. Because he knows I don't get paid anyway, so you can't fire me, bitch asses.
yeah, I tell you, that's true. Yeah, it's best when you're not getting paid, because then you can do what you want.
I can do whatever I want. I got paid in my real job, where I got to actually work for fucking hours after hours after hours to make minimum over wage.
Hey, what about Seanzview? Maybe you can go and beg your subs for money and try and get a studio apartment.
You know what? My subs are my subs because they ain't my subs. I ain't my subs. No one subs to me. I only got to do that because YouTube called it that. Me, I'm telling you exactly what I really think, like I would in real life if I really were to meet you, because it's called YouTube, and guess what? You being me is me tube, not them tube. I got a whole video on that when they flagged me on my other Luke Dog channel.
Okay. No, but yeah, I would love to get WJ here on the hangout and we'd have a debate. But the thing is,
I would love it too, and he would hate it.
Look,
he would hate.
Yeah, the thing is, if he would come in here, Luke Dog, I think you and him would have a shouting, cursing match. I don't know, but but
let's have that rap battle. Let's have a rap battle.
Please, no, not that. Please, no, not that. At one point, Cena was just an Eminem wannabe. That was. I mean, I remember I heard Kishi call him one time the Vanilla Ice of the WWE. that was funny. That's what he was. He was terrible at rap. I mean, I remember when the album came out, his theme song on an album he came up with. I listened to that thing. That thing is terrible. That thing was horrible. That whole album was horrible. That was an insult to hip hop. I say,
A biggest
keep wrestling. You
insult
can't
to
wrestle, so
hip-hop.
please don't. Yeah, please don't try to rap. Please, that's terrible.
Not here. I've got a lot of underground hip hop music though. I've got tons of LP records, CDs, like everything underground hip hop from the golden eras, especially from the mid 1990s, because at the time that's when real hip hop was vibing. I mean, hip hop at that time, it really meant something, especially in the way that they create the music, where every rapper tells a story that is not just limited to guns, violence, bullets, killing. I mean, the type of hip hop that I
And
listen to
one-liners.
mainly
Yeah.
talks about like the struggles in the streets and corruption, poverty, you know. And
The government corruption. Yeah.
nowadays with today's music, it's just not there anymore. It's just
No, it's
mainly about the money.
garbage. You're right.
the
It's
big
garbage. I
thing.
mean, it's not rap. All we got is a one-line chant, and it's a hit song. See,
Well,
90s was good.
apparently the vocoder is really the king of hip hop. The vocoder actually is the king of hip hop now. So not the rapper itself, but the vocoder.
Yeah. No, but you're right. No, yeah. I can. We got a lot of comments. I love old school hip hop. Now I go back to when hip hop was really good. We're talking 70s, 80s. We're talking Grandmaster Flash, Run
Yeah.
DMC. We're talking Nucleus,
For me,
Jam
for
on It.
me,
I'm talking like the Crash Crew.
I'm really big on like groups like DITC, Lord Finesse, Organized Confusion, Digital Planets, Pete Rock and CL Smooth, Large Professor.
Hell
I
yeah!
mean,
See, now Large Professor was part of a group called Main Source. I just bought them off Amazon.
Yes, I got their album.
It's a Japanese issued pressing of. Nah, that's what I got. I got a Japanese issued pressing of Breaking Atoms. See, that's their second album. This is their. I got their first album. Andre, what's up, buddy?
You sure?
Y'all got that money, man? Huh? You know it's at the end of the week, right?
What's happening? Shit, did I just mute him? Shit.
No, he's must be no, but iCams. No, look, you remember Main Source's first album, Breaking Atoms?
Breaking
I've got
Atoms, yeah.
Yeah, I got a Japanese issue pressing from Amazon bonus
I know y'all
track.
got that loot, alright?
So I got like reissues of Run DMC. Houdini. I got Houdini on CD.
For me, I don't
Their first two albums.
LP
That's
albums.
Oh, Andre,
Mainly,
good deal. Cool.
like I just mentioned, I've got like Godfather, Dawn. And,
No, but Diggable Planets was good too. Yeah, I got the first CD. What's up, Andre?
What's Andre, man? Hey, first time talking to you. What's up? How you doing?
Andre, is your mic working? I hope.
My audio cut? No, shit, no. Can't hear a word you're saying, dude.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, man,
Yeah,
you're good.
now, yeah. Welcome,
What's up,
Andre.
man? First time talking to you. Buckzview commentaries. What about you? How you?
Nice to make your acquaintance.
Same to you, man.
I've been
Hello,
listening for a while. I
Bill.
just wanted to wait for that last topic to end before I jumped on with y'all. I saw
Okay.
my boy Luke Dog on there and my boy iCamzy123 on there, and I had to come face to face with one of my longest supporters, and I got two of them on this panel, so I had to jump on with you, Luke, and iCamzy123, and of course Malik, and nice to
Yes,
make
sir.
your acquaintance, Buckzview. Is it Buckzview?
Buckzview, hey, let's just clear something up. That was not a ripoff of Seanzview, all right?
Yeah,
Everybody
right.
makes that accusation, everybody makes that claim, but no, man, it wasn't legit. I came up with that a few years ago. Me and somebody I know, we were trying to set something up for a local video deal. So we were like, all right, what are we giving? You know, what's the name? Buck? What are we giving? Our view? What are we doing? Commentaries. Buckzview commentaries. That's where that came from. Nothing off Seanzview.
You sure it wasn't buck naked commentaries in the beginning?
Oh man.
Oh man.
No, but Andre,
Malik, I came in and I had the song going, but I don't think you guys heard it.
it sounded like LL Cool J. Was it?
Oh,
Is that
yeah,
what it
you
was?
guys have it.
Hear it. Okay,
Yeah.
it's I heard iCamzy123 talking about hip hop in a good time and a good era when it meant something, and I don't know if you guys can see that.
Gangstar just to get a rep.
Yeah, Gangstar.
That's
Actually,
that's
guys, I met him.
That's when it
I met
meant.
him.
Hey,
Yeah,
Andre. Malik, can you? Okay, well, let me clear two things up. All right, one, Andre, you need to accept my friend request, man. I've been trying to get in contact with you. I've been trying to talk to you, man, because you seem like a very intelligent individual. Those are really rare in the YWC, as you know, and we got a few of them in this chat.
Well, I don't want to say I'm not IWC or YWC, but I'm kind of a little different than that. I'm a reporter and correspondent for OneWrestling.com, and we're not a dirt sheet site. We're not a rumor site. We're none of the above. So YouTube's kind of my second thing. Back in the day when I had a big-ass channel with tons of subs and lots of views, YouTube was my main thing, but One Wrestling's where it's at right now for me. So, plus I'm the commissioner of RCW Wrestling. That's why it's hard to get a hold of me, bro. I'm so damn freaking busy.
cool.
I'm like not enough peanut butter on a giant freaking slice of bread, you know? And
Yeah, it's chill, man. But hey, Malik, listen, Andre, you have had a past with WJ, right?
yeah.
Somewhat. All right. I would like to get
a lot of that I brought on myself.
It's
It was
fine.
when I was young and green. I believe I had 200 subscribers back at the time. I was just learning YouTube, and we had a little war.
Back then.
We had a little war. I didn't know what I was getting into. I made some good, funny parodies, but at the end of the day, he knows what he's doing, and again, at the end of the day, it's not worth it. You guys were talking about that legendary hangout that legendary hangout that we did. That was for peace, and I made peace with WJ there. Actually, WJ and I had kind of worked on it a month before that, but that's where we officially made peace, and that's where Sean and I officially made peace. And
Did you hear our whole, well, not really a debate, but more of a did you hear our talk about WJ? You would know.
As I said, I waited until you guys were off that topic to come on because I didn't really want to talk about it.
All right, I got you. It's chill then.
You know, you're the country of Japan. I'm the USA. You want to talk about Hiroshima?
No.
You know what I mean?
I'm
not about dwelling on that. I'm about everybody in the internet wrestling community having enough to eat on the table, room for everybody. So I'm at the point right now where the warring and battling with other channels, it doesn't mean shit to me. I have a saying that I end every show with, guys, and I mean it because it's tried, tested, and true. We're all in this for one thing, wrestling, and I mean it. So the drama and the warring, Luke Dogg was a little upset when he first saw my maneuvering and interaction with WJ, but at the end of the day, peace is more important than ego to me. And like I said, there's room for everybody to eat, whether they're drama channels, unboxing channels, news channels, whatever it may be.
Well, I mean, if you want to get philosophical on that level, man, peace and ego, as you said.
No, I'm not trying to be John Lennon or.
I got you. I'm just trying to like give your claim some more validity. You're right, man. You're right.
I'm already bled so dry with everything I have to do right now. If I got into warring, that would take the last little smidgen of Andre Corbeil that I have left, you know?
Yeah, listen, Luke, if you're muting me, then all right. I was just going to say that I'll stop if you want to, you know.
Oh, Andre. Oh, I got a thing. Say, back in the day when you said you were green, you might have been green, or at least that's what you say. But you had over 200 subscribers. I mean, you were doing something right. Now, me, I'm a beginner green. I had 68. I lost one. I don't know who it was, but I have 67. But I'm doing good. I posted 3 videos. I'm gonna post another one I made, and I'm gonna do another one tomorrow on Tough Enough. I found a bunch of information on Tough Enough contestants. Where are they now? So I'm gonna do something on that. You know, basically the topic is going to be Tough Enough. It doesn't mean shit because everybody who's won it or has competed really hasn't really succeeded. Only one guy succeeded really, or a couple of guys. John Morrison. Yeah.
You go back to the prior days of Tough Enough. It's not the same.
No,
They're
it's a
trying to
game show.
present it more like a reality show in in the sense where there's more fake shit plugged in the show?
Yeah, well, basically now it's a game show. I mean, look at Jericho's hosted. It's a game show. It's like watching the wrestling version of Oprah.
What is
To
it?
me,
Over the
that's what
edge
I
of
call
a
it.
building or something?
I don't know, but it's just dumb. It's a dumb concept.
I
And
watched it
Paige-
for 5 minutes a couple years ago, and I
Can
was
you
like,
believe that?
"What the fuck is this?"
Yeah. Paige is one of the judges. I mean, I couldn't believe that. Paige should not be a judge. She has not been around long enough to be a damn judge.
Well, apparently
you tell
there's
she's
news out
clearly
there
a
right
party
now.
girl.
There
So
are
you know.
reports that is it the USA Network that Tough Enough is on? Yes, it is, right? The USA Network
Yeah.
is not happy with the ratings at all.
I did a video on that. Yeah, I did.
Big Ray did a rant on the last Can-Am Wrestling show about that. Hey, Luke Dog, I noticed you brought back the hot seat for one of your shows. And that's my answer to all you guys, because if I'm trying to pinpoint formula for a growing channel and stuff like that, when I was at my peak, before I joined One Wrestling and stuff like that for just the YouTube channel, I had a structure. I had a criteria. I had Q&A. Q&As were Sunday, and then the following answer to the Q&A would be the following Monday. Wednesday would be something. Friday would be the Can-Am Wrestling show. I had a different day structure to the week so that fans, whether they liked what I was doing or didn't like what I was doing, knew when to tune in and when what would be up. So structure is the best thing when it comes to growing your channel. And number one, interaction. I've gotten to the point where I can't interact with everybody anymore. I used to be able to. But let's be real, we all have jobs outside of this. We all have, whether it be love lives, going back to college to get a different degree or whatever, right?
Or in my case, shopping for records.
Shopping for records. And before I came on, I tried to go in my photos and bring up that awesome graffiti Can-Am Wrestling show picture that you did. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. I've got some more pieces that I'm going to upload pretty soon, so you'll like them for sure.
Yeah, anything you ever want to do in your spare time, we'll use it for the show, because it was bam, phenomenal. It was phenomenal.
I think Luke's got something to say. I think he's been trying to talk for a good 5-10 minutes now, and we've just been going. So, what do you want to say, Luke? you see him. Can't hear a word he's saying, though.
He's muted.
Did somebody mute him?
Big Ray does that
I
all
didn't
the
mute him.
time. His
he's
big
not
ass
muted on my
elbow.
end.
Well, I guess it's not even a big ass elbow anymore. It's a medium ass elbow. I'm like, we're gonna have to start calling you Medium Ray. You know, like just.
Luke, is your mic working?
Oh, jeez.
Okay, hey, have you guys touched base on the authority figure in TNA?
No, we don't know who
I
that
haven't
is.
watched
We can't-
TNA.
Oh, you guys. Okay, so I'll stop. I was gonna. I would have like spoiled it for all you guys.
Hey, go ahead, tell me. I want to know. You're
I'm
gonna
not going to watch the show anytime soon, so what do you want
It's
to
got
say?
to be across the board. I'm not gonna give a spoiler unless everybody gives the thumbs up. You know.
I'm giving the thumbs up. I can take a wild guess. I'm guessing it's Jeff Jarrett. That's what
Hey,
I'm
well,
guessing.
you guys can keep guessing. I'll wait for the opportune time. What an asshole, eh?
So, Andre, you know who it is, don't you?
Yeah.
Now, be honest. Is it Jeff Jarrett? Is it possible?
No, it's not Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, damn. That was the first guess. Okay. We can rule out Sting because Sting's in WWE.
Did
tell me
someone
this.
eat your cord? Like Abyss ate the TV title?
Oh, jeez.
We were reading comments in a Q&A one day, and Ray got to Luke Dog's question, and yeah, Luke Dog, it was when the TV title just disappeared, and Luke Dog's theory was Abyss ate it. Anyway, I'm
Andre. Oh, yeah, I got you. Andre, I'll answer this. Is it male or female? Can you give me a hint? Is it a female or is it male?
It's a male.
Okay.
Kurt Angle?
What?
Kurt Angle.
No, it's not somebody. I'll give you guys 2 hints, and they're not going to be obvious hints because I don't want to give it away, right? It's someone that hasn't been on the program in a little while, regularly. It's someone who really made a mark before. Someone who's not going to put up with bullshit. And
Have they been a world champion?
Oh, I can't answer that, guys, because that might make it too easy or not too easy.
We may have gotten an answer. At least I see a Luke Dog type something. Is he possibly phenomenal?
Oh fuck! I wish, guys. Coming from somebody that has like talked to him in phone conversations, and let me put it this way: I've put up a couple little phone interview clips with AJ, and those are basically the only ones I can put up. There's a lot of background stuff that I know, and don't expect it for. If it was to happen, it wouldn't be for at least 5 years. Unless something really happens with this global force thing and they do end up doing some sort of merger, or it's all, you guys know, it's all up in the air.
Is it business or is it TNA business that he doesn't want to reveal, or of that nature?
Jeff Jarrett?
Well, I thought you were saying AJ Styles.
Oh, no. What I'm saying is if anybody's expecting AJ to show up in TNA, from what AJ and I have talked about, it's not going to be for at least 5 years, unless he's involved in the Global Force roster and we have like an invasion, right?
Yeah. Well,
that would be the only difference, or the only thing to change that destiny, right?
Andre, have you?
AJ's not against retiring in TNA, but he's also not against retiring in New Japan or Ring of Honor.
Have you seen my channel at all? I've always looked for talking to big YouTubers, asking them for advice, but also asking them if they've seen my channel. Shit, sorry, I'm tired. If they've seen my channel and if they have any critiques or anything of that nature. So, have you seen my channel or any of my content or anything?
Do you have a feature show, like a brand that you have to make your product recognizable?
Buckzview Commentary is the channel. I mean, I got a Facebook page and I got a Gmail for any business.
Okay, but do you have a show? Something you do that you can call a show that gives you brand recognition.
I report on all wrestling news rumors and I give my opinion on various topics.
No, that's not what I mean.
I completely understand what you're saying. No, I don't have a show.
Might be a good thing, because I can't pinpoint anything right off the hop. The only thing I can pinpoint is there was one person talking about you, a friend of mine, Jeffrey Rose.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
He said he's began to check out your channel. He's not 100% sure what to think, but it seems pretty decent, is what he had said.
All right.
It was in compliment form. Those are in my own words, right? So, if you're watching, Jeffrey, I wouldn't throw my homeboy under the bus. But it was a compliment.
I have a show. He has a show. Luke Dog.
Luke Dog's being really creative.
No, I'm just wondering how he got muted. I mean,
Turn your mic on.
No,
hey,
he's not muted.
If your regular mic's not working, unplug it and use your laptop or phone mic, whatever you're using. Probably laptop, actually. Well, that works too. All right.
Hey, so Andre, aside from hints, I understand. Okay, we'll know what we know when we see it. But I'm sure it's somebody that we know who's a authority figure. Okay, well,
knows who it is, and like I said, they've made a major footprint in TNA before, so.
I don't know who it is. I wouldn't even know where to go to look to find that
Raven?
spoiler.
Is it Raven?
I don't even know why you're continuing to ask.
I feel like if this were a big deal, I would have heard about it, and I haven't heard about it. So
I think the one place you can go is find TNA spoilers. Andre, you probably found some spoilers somewhere right online.
I do not
No
use
spoilers.
sheets whatsoever, bro.
Okay.
I have 5 insider
No, so,
TNA. I have 5 insider TNA contacts that work in the company.
Okay.
And,
Andre, I would really like to. I would really. Is there any chance that you can hook me up with anything like
are
that?
you crazy?
That's.
Are you crazy? Those are locked up like in a safe, bro.
All right, fair enough.
Why would I?
No idea.
I don't mind promoting people. I love encouraging people, but I'm not gonna KFC. Hey, here's my 11 herbs and spices recipe.
Fair enough.
That's true, yeah, because basically, Andre, those contacts you've earned on your own.
I earned them on my own, yes. Yeah. And yeah.
And the thing is, like Andre, I don't have a show. I mean, I might try to do one, but I just post random videos right now. I don't know if I can do a show. I mean, like I said, I do have a job. I don't know if I have time.
I gotta go. I'll talk to y'all later. I gotta be up real early tomorrow, so I'll see y'all later. Good talking to you, Andre. Good talking to you, Luke.
All right, Buckzviewent.
Luke was flipping me off. Not fuck you, Luke.
Buckzview.
Yeah.
You could send me like a PM or whatever, and I'll sub back or whatever.
Yeah. We'll get into it. All right, later's Luke. Good talking to you. Good being on your show. All right, later's. Peace.
All right, Buckzview, peace, buddy.
Boy,
no,
he
Andre,
bounced.
what I'm saying
like,
was, you know,
he bounced like there was no stopping him.
Yeah, no, Andre. Like I said, all seriousness, I don't have a show. I just post random videos right now, and that seems to be working for me. You know what I mean? I can grow like that. Just post more videos. I would have to find or try to create a format to do a show on. You know what I mean? I'm just practicing talking. You know, because I do stutter, but I'm practicing talking in front of the camera as my own speech therapy. So I figure if I become a better talker, maybe one day I'll try to do some kind of show segment. You know, I'll have people on that I know that I can trust, and maybe I have you on one day. You know. Who knows? But right now, I'm just happy posting videos. That's just you know how I stand on my own.
And the more you do it, the better you get at it, and know when to be proud of your work, but at the same time, just to give you an example, Ray's always like, "Come on, Dre, come on," blah 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 blah, because I'm really critical of even our good stuff. I just always think everything can be better. I don't know if that's a disease I have mentally or I don't know, but I just the more you push yourself, the better you're gonna get.
Yeah, I mean, I push myself, and the funny thing is, I don't look at my own videos. I just post them. I don't like looking at myself, you know, admiring myself, saying that was awesome, you know. I just post a video and I keep it moving. You know what I mean? I'll look at some of my videos sometimes, but even you know, I don't have time to look at my own videos. You know what I mean? You know, so you know, like I said, see, I don't have an ego. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna have an ego where I'm saying that's awesome. I just post videos and I keep it moving.
The best thing
you'll know that once you hit end of video, whether you made a video that's a home run or mediocre or something that needs work, right?
Yeah.
Just know.
I mean, I get views. Yeah, the thing is, I get views. You know, just I don't get a lot of views, but I get views. You know, that's the only thing I can hope for. You know what I mean?
Okay, Luke Dog. I see this. Why can't I be heard? Censorship, motherfucker! Censorship. But why isn't your mic working?
I don't know, it was working fine. A little while ago, all of a sudden it just stopped. Because on my end, it's not muted. He's not muted. I guess his mic just stopped working. You know.
Silence. That's the number 1 thing you don't want in a video.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I will keep talking. AI cams. Do you have any Dougie Fresh?
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, yeah. Because I'm just using the microphone in the laptop. I used to have one of those microphones where you could just like just plug into a 3.5mm jack and you just speak from there. But I don't have one of those headpieces. I'm just like I said, this is my first time doing a live chat, so I'm not familiar with Skype. Don't ask me why, but I'm just not really into that sort of stuff. Personally, I find doing live chats a lot different than doing posts. You know what I mean? Because you've got a lot of time to think in your mind before saying something, because you really need to back up everything what you say before you post. Whereas when you're speaking, you have to be right on the fly. It has to be like a quick instinct, you know. But
And once you've said something publicly, you can never take it back.
One thing I really respect you, Andre, is that, you know, your natural ability.
Mine? What did you say?
Your natural ability to be in front of a camera.
Oh, thanks. It came really easy, actually. I don't know how or why. I guess because in the beginning I kind of got thrown into, like, my very first video was a complaint video to Viacom and DirecTV when they were going to take Spike off, and I did a rant about people in Canada that wouldn't be able to watch TNA wrestling, and my video got like 2,100 views.
Yeah, I've been following your channel, like, going back to late 2012, so I've really seen your progress, and
bro, you're the absolute cream of the crop when it comes to viewer interaction. You leave the absolute best, most intellectual, on-point comments. Did Malik leave? And I can't. It's the Luke Dog Show, and you can't even hear him. I guess it's just me. I guess it's just you and me. But yeah, man. For such a long time, there's just the comments and the interaction and your wrestling mind. It's something to be reckoned with.
Yeah, and no, I'm not like an everyday wrestling fan. You know, like you said, we all have lives outside of YouTube, and that's the one thing we cherish the most. And should
graphing, mixing,
wrestling,
and b-boying, right?
And hip hop, wrestling, graffiti, and hip hop. I think that's the one thing that I like talking about the most in wrestling, to be honest. So, whereas talking about wrestling is like pretty much a thing that is.
Yeah, sorry guys, my PC froze a little bit. That's why you lost me. Oh, Andre, did you hear about Lisa Lee Fox? Tired from WWE.
Well, if it's WWE's loss, then that will be TNA's gain, because I think TNA could really use a person of her stature in their team.
Yeah. Oh, Luke Dog, he has to unmute himself. No, but ICANNs, if you got any Dougie Fresh, yeah, I got some Dougie Fresh too. But like I said, do you like a Houdini? Do you like them? Know the friends? How many of us have them?
Not many, to be honest. Not many.
Oh, Houdini was awesome. Actually, they're both on Facebook. I'm friends with both Ecstasy and Jalil.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I
But
don't have I don't have Facebook in that,
okay,
but
yeah. 'Cause look at this. A lot of the old school guys are on Facebook. I'm friends with
yeah,
Cosmo D from Nucleus. He's on Facebook.
yeah.
Roxanne Shante is on Facebook. I'm friends
Mhm.
with her.
Yep.
So yeah, there's a lot of them get on Facebook. Oh, another good one, the Fat Boys.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Andre, uh, Luke muted you by accident. Yeah, yeah, the Fat Boys. Yeah,
And
I don't know if you know this.
do you grow up on watching blaxploitation movies as well?
I never really watched them. I watched pieces of some of them. I've heard of them. I never really watched them because I didn't know. Like the only black film I watched up was Beach Street. That was the first one I saw. It was a Beach Street, the breakdance movie.
Okay, no, but what I'm saying is the type of blaxploitation movies from the 1970s. I mean, like the Coffees, the
Yeah,
Superflies, or these. Yeah, yep, yep. I
yeah. I've
do
never
have a
watched.
few of them.
I never watched none of them. I tried to watch a piece of them. They're just
Yep,
kind of boring. I think I don't know why. But like I said, I was born in '71, so I probably couldn't get into them. I've heard of them though. Like I said, Pam Grier made a lot of them. Ron
yeah.
O'Neill's dead now. Made he had
I'm
Dolomite, which
really,
I've heard of. All that stuff.
I'm really thinking of that DVD called "Sweet Sweetback's Badass Song" by Melvin Van Peebles. That one's a pretty rare gem to find, so I'm willing to get my hands on that.
Yeah.
Luke Dog, fix your shit, bro. Fix your shit.
No, Andre, I wanted to. Oh, he got muted again. Okay. Andre, you got muted and your screen went kind of dark black a little bit there. I can still see your face, but it's like the brightness got turned down or something. Uh-oh. I don't know. Andre, if you can hear me, that song on your phone, Gangstar, Guru. I met Gangstar before he died. He was in Richmond, Virginia one time outside of Buffalo Wings, and my coworker friend recognized him. I went over to him. He was the coolest guy. I shook his hand, everything. He was a cool guy. It's a shame he's gone though.
God rest his soul.
Yeah, yeah. I met Guru. Guru was a cool guy. See, you couldn't meet rappers today now because see they got entourage as bodyguard. You couldn't even approach them. You probably couldn't even approach Snoop Dogg of all people. I wouldn't. I don't know. This has become a strange hangout now because Luke can't even talk to us. And Luke Dogg was the coolest one. I mean, he was shooting from the hip and everything.
Yeah. Well, again, I'd like to thank Luke Dog for having me on. So very nice of him.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Oh, iCams. I added you on Google Plus.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good night, Andre. Damn. Hmm.